What's good, Waco? Got old Southwest in the building, man. What y'all got going on? It's Friday. Did anybody get paid today? It's Friday. Did anybody get paid today? It's Friday, man. Real spill, it's Friday, man. It's payday Friday. Did anybody get paid today? Y'all remember hit that like button, man. Let's go. Y'all know when I come to give it. Hit the like button, man. Oh yeah, I'm glad you let me know that. So next time I'm broke, I can ask you for something. Next time I'm broke, I can ask my boy for something. Real talk. I'm gonna kick back for a minute, man. Y'all excuse me. Let me kick back for a minute. Let me kick back for a minute. Now, let's go. I ain't been on here in a minute, man. Y'all know how I do it, man. I'ma always take me a break, then I'm gonna come back. Real spill, I'm gonna take me a break, then I'm gonna come back. We can't be too consumed with this social media thing, man. Real spill. Now, what's going on in these courtrooms, man? They got... That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's crazy, man. I told y'all what I tell y'all, man. Everybody always talking about the streets this, the streets that, right? Now, that right there alone proves my point, right? That shit proves my point. The streets is what they really is, right? That's what they really are. And you seen it in that courtroom when Ksoo, daddy, told it on him, right? And then the other boy came up there and pointed at him in the courtroom. I ain't no doubt. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. But y'all got to understand one thing, man. You know, y'all hit that like button. Y'all heard about way of live feed. Do not come in here without hitting the like button. I got to say that straight out. Do not come in here without hitting the like button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, right? And don't tell it on your son in the courtroom. That's what you don't need to do. Real spill. Now, like I said, ain't no doubt. Like I said, man, look. That's why I always tell people, you know, people always talking about the streets. They a street this, they a street dude this, they a street dude that, right? The streets, man, the streets is what they are. They just showed you in this courtroom what they are. This man told it on his son. Somebody that he brought into this world, he told it on, right? This ain't no homeboy, this ain't none of that. This is his son. Found guilty of murder. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Streets ain't shit. And people always, you know, especially, I'm going to go on and say it because I know a lot of people ain't going to say it. A lot of people always talking about keeping it real in the black culture and the black this, right? Ain't none of that shit real, man. Ain't none, all that shit is make-believe and made up. Real talk, you know? And they always tell me, let's do it for the culture. What culture? The people that's gonna tell it on you? Even your own daddy gonna tell it on you. Your own daddy, man. Real spill. But yet and still, we black fatigue, okay. There we go with the black fatigue. Yeah. like I said, man, it don't matter, man. You know, the streets is what they are, man. You know what I'm saying? The streets is what they are. What do they add up to? Add up to two things. And I tell people this all the time. Either you going to jail or you going to hell. Which one you choose, right? You going to one of those two places, right? It don't matter. It don't matter. Not in today's time. However, people are always saying what they're doing for the culture, especially black people, right? But they don't understand one thing, man. It never has been the color of a person's skin. It always been the character of the person. Real talk. It never have been the color of a person's skin. You know, people always talking about race this, race that. That shit don't exist. All that shit is a distraction, man. It's a distraction to keep you unfocused on what's real. Real talk. Because your kind, which is black, white, Hispanic, whatever your race is, them people will send you to jail. They'll send you to jail. Real talk. And we just seen in this case, this is why I came on here, man. I seen this, I said, God. And this is what I'm always talking about. I'm always talking about this particular subject right here, man, where dudes always say, keep it real in the streets. Keep it real or keep it street. Ain't none of that shit, man. That shit is over. You going to jail. Your daddy gonna tell it on you. The same person that brought you in this world. You going to jail, right? That's the new thing nowadays. People ain't, they ain't taking no cases, man. They not taking no cases. Real talk. It ain't, I'm not gonna say it ain't like it was a long time ago, because from the beginning of time, motherfuckers been telling it. But they just telling it even more now. And they gonna tell you why you right in the courtroom with you. They gonna point you out. Like that boy Dominique did in that courtroom. When they asked him, did he see the person that was involved in this case with him? He said, yeah, I see him right over there in the blue suit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. This shit is, hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you right now while we on this live, man. If you in the streets, real spill. If you in the streets, get your money and get the fuck out the way, man. Real talk. If you in the streets, get your money and get out the way, man. Because if not, it's not going to end well for you, man. It ain't nobody is playing fair. Not even family members. When I seen that man get on that stand and tell it on his own son, somebody that he raised to be what he is, right? Because your son, I don't know what Ksoo did to his daddy, you know. I don't know, but whatever it was, he told it on his ass. You know, he told it on him, and that lets you know where the people in the streets stand. This wasn't no friend. This wasn't none of that shit, man. This was somebody that you brought into this world, and you didn't do a damn good job doing what you did, you know. And not only that, you didn't do a damn good job of raising him, for one, right? Because it shows, and then you turn right around and take the witness stand and send his ass to prison. What did it? I don't know, man. This shit you can't make up, right? And I guarantee you that boy Ksoo was sitting out there. He was sitting out there because he was out on bond. So he was sitting out there, and when he saw his daddy take that stand on him, he knew he was finished. He knew he was finished. When he saw his daddy take the stand on him, he knew it was lights out. Ain't no coming back from that, man. Ain't no coming back from that. And I would say I don't see how his daddy gonna sleep at night, but shit, he don't care. He didn't care. He did not care. He went right up there, told it on his son, and whatever time he got coming, he gonna get it. And shit, they gonna move on. But we know one thing, that these boys went to trial and they had 2 separate jurors, right? But how can the people on the jury not believe what's being said if your daddy telling it on you? Can anybody explain that? How can the people in the jury not believe what the people say when your daddy told it on you? I couldn't do nothing but shake my head when I seen that. When I seen his daddy get up there, I knew it was lights out for him, right? And then that other boy got up there, Dominique. All these people considered themselves street guys when they wasn't in jail, right? Because they didn't have to be real in the street. All they had to do is obtain all the material things in the world that make you look real. What is that? The car, the jewelry, and all the shit that tie in to make you look real, right? So in the world, they didn't have to be real. They didn't have to do none of that shit. All they had to do is play a role in the streets. It don't get real until you get in there where some real things going on, like inside that courtroom. See, they had some real things going on in that courtroom. You know, some people got unalived, namely one person. He was unalived, right? However, that's when everything that you thought wasn't gonna get real, got real. But these are street people. I mean, these guys in the streets, you know, they make bona fide rap music, talking about what they did and how they do it. These are street dudes. Even his daddy. All these are street dudes. And they supposed to be solid. But what do? What do they do when they get in that little old wooden box? They get in that wooden box and they see that black robe and them other people out there talking. That's too much pressure. That's too much pressure for people that's been pretending that they something they know they not. That's just way too much pressure. Real talk. So that's why his daddy told it on him. His daddy told it on him, man. That's crazy. I just ain't never seen it, but it didn't surprise me. Because the way they tell it nowadays, it's gonna keep happening, man. That's the new thing. Tell it and see what part of the case you can beat. Real spill. You tell it and see what part of the case you can beat. Knowing that even if you don't beat the case, you still gonna tell it anyway because you don't wanna see nobody walk. You want everybody to fall in the same category as you. If you in jail, see, that's another thing, right? He free. But you got the people in jail is the one that's telling it, right? And I seen his reaction too. When they came back and said he was guilty, he couldn't do nothing but drop his head. But he didn't drop his head because he was found guilty. He knew he was cooked the other day when his daddy got up there. That's just way too much. That shit is overwhelming evidence by voice. Whenever your daddy get up there and they ask him questions about you and he tell it on you, ain't no way that jury not gonna find you guilty of what you in jail for. Real talk. You know, some people say, well, he'll get an appeal. They just don't know. It takes years and years and years for an appeal to come back. It takes years for an appeal to come back, man. That shit just don't work like people think it do. You're gonna go to jail and you're gonna stand there 5 or 6 months. No. You might be in prison or wherever you at in jail, 10 years waiting on a fucking appeal. And it still don't mean that you gonna get out. But I get it. I get it. People that ain't never been incarcerated, they feel like they got it figured out. They ain't got that shit figured out. And the dudes that call themselves street dudes, they ain't got it figured out either. They ain't got it figured out, and they ain't got enough sense to know that whatever you do and you with somebody, and when them other people come, that they gonna tell it. It's been a proven fact. Hey man, you can't make this shit up, man. But this is the culture. This is the culture that where all the so-called real guys come from. All the real street guys come from in this culture right here. You know, the tight pants wearing culture. The, this is the culture where all the real guys come from, where all of them, every time you go to court, they tell it on each other. This is the real culture right here, man. But I don't see why people just keep on and continue to go out and do dumb shit. You know, people gonna get unalived every day. That's just the way it is, you know. That's just the way it is. People gonna get unalived every day, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. But my thing is this: understanding beats the world. Just know that whoever you with, 9 out of 10, they gonna tell it. Cause they ain't never faced no pressure like that, you know. These dudes do shit to get caught anyway. They like getting caught. You know, they like going viral. You know, Ksoo went viral. Him and his daddy went viral. His daddy went viral for getting him up, and Ksoo went viral for being his daddy's son. So congratulations to both of them. Real spill. Congratulations to both of them. They finally made it. They made it to the stage to where they ain't got to exit left. They can just keep going straight. Because that murder case gonna hold your ass, son. That murder case gonna hold you. And you can scream the appeal thing all day, but it ain't gonna happen. It's just a bunch of red tape, you know? The appeal shit is a bunch of red tape, man. And by the time you cut through that appeal situation, you're gonna be already locked up 5, 10 years before you cut through it. Only for them people to tell you, denied. But I get it, y'all don't know no better. You know, y'all still consider yourself street dudes, which is cool with me. And it's cool with a whole lot of other more people. Because by the time you go down there and do all that damn time for trying to be famous on the streets, when you come back, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have a whole new chain of thought. Your train of thought gonna be so motherfucking different, you ain't gonna wanna hear a firecracker pop. Real talk. But this is for the street dudes though, you know? And I know it's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of street dudes out there, and they still consider themselves always keeping it 100. That never seemed to amaze me. They always keep it 100 until the other people show up. Who is the other people? The people in the courthouse. Them the other people I'm talking about, right? Ksoo didn't have no idea that his daddy was gonna tell it on him, but he did. Yeah, he did. And they took his ass into custody. And there he sits in jail until sentencing. Until sentencing. But it's gonna be hard to overcome when a man daddy tell it on him. When a man daddy identify him, it's gonna be hard to overcome. But who knows? This is the court system. Who knows? This is the court system. Real spill, man. So like I said, man, this one goes out to all the dudes that's in the streets with this new culture. This is the culture, we live in the snitching culture. Well, all the real dudes telling on the others supposed to be real dudes. You know, like I said, when you're in the streets, you can be all you can be because you got all the material things of the world. So none of that, you can't uncover none of that. But the minute you go in front of that magistrator or the minute you go in front of that DA, see, everything shows up. The real you come up. The real you show up. What is the real you? That you was never that anyway. You was pretending to be something. In other words, you was playing a character. I don't get it. These dudes play character with their real life in the streets. Facts. I always like to call them walking life sentences. The majority of these dudes out here are walking life sentences. And they can't tell me they not because they fit the role and they do the things that people do when they get a life sentence. They commit the crime and then they tell it on whoever they was with. So, anyway, man, y'all do me a favor. Don't be no character and trade your life in because somebody tell you they gonna keep it real. Well, I'm here to tell you they not. If this man daddy told it on him, what do you think your dad'd do? If they put him in an awkward situation, what do you think your brother'd do? Real spill. They gonna tell it on you. So wise up, street dudes. Wise up.